Hello, Gemini. So here is your reading. First up, you have the Page of Swords. Then you have the Three of Cups. Then the King of Wands. And you have, in the reverse challenging position for the week, you have the Three of Swords. And for what is recommended, for actions recommended for you to take, is the Page of Wands. Now, okay. So the Page of Swords, he represents kind of having a curious mind. He likes to learn things. He learns about new things. He has new ideas. He has new ways of communicating. He's all about learning something. So I kind of think that you might have learned something new, or you might have had this kind of like, you want to learn something, you're learning something. To me, this is more in your past situation, recent past, I should say. So I think you've been learning something. And I think through this, now you're kind of, because the Three of Cups is all about socializing and parties and friendships and kind of like a community, kind of gatherings and everything. You're doing something community-wise. So I think whatever you've been learning, and honestly, this could be that you're graduating too, that maybe were learning and now you're graduating, you're having a party, and it could indicate that as well. But let me, before I get too ahead of myself, sorry. The King of Wands, he's a leader. He's very motivational. He's inspiring. He's courageous, adventurous. He has a grand vision, and he represents like long-term success. So whatever you did learn, I think you're having a phase right now where it could be parties, something you're celebrating something, and it kind of represents long-term success for you. So this really could be, for some students, this could be that maybe you're coming up, you could even be celebrating the end of a school year, because it's always good where you pass. So but let me continue. So but the Three of Swords in reverse kind of is about negative self-talk. Like, you're kind of not speaking very kindly to yourself, or it could be about not releasing some pain. Like, you might not be releasing something that could have happened in the past. You might still be upset about it, and you're not like releasing it. So you're almost like not going forward. And what is recommended for you to do is have this like childlike enthusiasm, because this card, the Page of Wands, he's very adventurous. He has like this like kind of innocence about him. Like he approaches things with this enthusiasm. Like, when you first have an idea about something, before you really delve into the details and realize that it's a real dumb idea, or there's going to be problems or issues, you have this idea and you're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. You have that like enthusiasm. You haven't looked far enough into it yet to realize, oh, there's an obstacle here, or here's another obstacle, but you're excited. So he represents that kind of initial, all possibilities are available to you. Like, there's no limit to the possibilities here. So I think this is a really great time for you. I think whatever you're doing, you're getting you're celebrating something, and I think whatever this is, it's bringing you into this more like, it's leveling you up in a sense. It's kind of like in this more, this King of Wands, kind of a leadership role, or you've gained some type of, even if it's not necessarily to do with like leadership, you've gained something that you didn't have before, in a sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. You've learned something, you've kind of have something to celebrate, or this could be a promotion. It could be you were studying for something at work, or you were trying to work harder and you were learning, let's say the trade, whatever you're doing, you were learning how to maybe be better at your job, and you got the promotion or something, and now you've kind of gained, some type of responsibility, I should say, but like a good responsibility. But this negative self-talk could be you feeling that you're not capable of doing it, or you could be kind of saying something, or maybe let's say if you were in a managerial position in the past and something didn't go quite right, and you feel like you've learned and you're a better manager now, or you will be a better manager, you could be still kind of getting on yourself, saying that, well, I kind of messed this up once before, maybe I'm going to mess it up again, maybe I'm not good enough. So there's something here where I feel like this is you kind of almost like I don't want to say talking yourself out of this situation, because I don't think it's something you're talking yourself out of, but I think you're diminishing your capability in this situation. I think that's how I'm trying to say this. But I think if you need to come with a childlike enthusiasm about this, I think whatever this is, you need to be excited about it. You need to come as if there's no problems. You're not going to face any problems. You know, you need to, because the wands are all about action, everything. So I kind of feel like maybe he's saying fake it till you make it, you know? So if this is something new, because if the Page of Swords and even the Page of Wands, they're new to things. They don't know everything. They haven't experienced, where the King of Wands, he's been through it all. Like, he's heard it all. He's seen it all. He's dealt with it all. He knows. But the Pages, they're new to things. So I think you're entering into this King of Wands role, but you might be a new King of Wands, let's put it that way. Like, you might be kind of new to something, so you haven't really had the experience maybe, but it's something that you're excited about and you're celebrating, but you haven't had like maybe the long-term experience with it because you just came from the Page, you just learned about it, and you might be kind of getting on yourself that, oh, you can't do it, you're not going to be good enough, you're doubting yourself in some kind of way. But with this Page of Wands here, I feel like this is kind of in a sense saying, fake it till you make it. You can do this, and just have that, continue with that, being excited about it. You know, you don't have to have everything completely planned out and figured out from the get-go. Like, you will make mistakes if this is something you're stepping into a new role, but it's going to be okay. You know, just try not to make any huge mistakes. You'll be fine. So let's continue a little bit, because I really feel like this is along that lines of what's going on, because you definitely are celebrating something, and I feel like you've achieved something. And honestly, if this is not for a student, if you're not a student, it could just be even something in your, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, you take the Zumba. And I don't know if Zumba has different levels of Zumba. I don't really know. But maybe there's a kind of Zumba step that you could never really quite get. And you've worked hard on it. And now you can do the Zumba step. And now you and your Zumba friends are like excited because you are all coordinated in the class or something. And you feel like you leveled up. But then you might be getting down on yourself because maybe you feel like it wasn't super perfect or something. But this is saying, no, be happy. You're doing fine. Just, you know, have still the happiness about it. So that's how you can relate these things in any kind of way. You just have to see how it works for you. So, but let's continue. So your oracles, you have major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and trouble-free existence. So I do feel like this is something where there's something going on with you where there's some changes happening. So, and they, like, it could be a different job, or it could just be that, you know, maybe you want to be a Zumba teacher. Maybe that's it. You know, maybe you're going to be like, I really want to learn the Zumba and I want to teach this. I am compelled to teach the Zumba to everyone else. So maybe this is your passion and you should definitely do that. Definitely go. You got to be happy in life. Life is too short not to be happy. So you also have a new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this could be something, you know, a new person or something. Like, this definitely could be somebody love-wise, but I think the new love, I feel like this could also be something that you're excited about. Like, you're celebrating something here. Could it be love? It could be love, of course. But I feel like, let's say if you were in school, I'm just going to go back to the student thing. A student of the Zumba, a student of whatever. Let's just say, because even, honestly, we're all students of life in a sense. You don't have to be going to, like, brick and mortar college or whatever, or school or anything. We're a student of life. We're all students as far as I'm concerned, because every day you got to learn something every day. You learn at least one new thing every day for the most part, even if it's just troubleshooting. So we're all continually being students here. But anyway, but I feel like whatever you're learning, this could be something, even a passion project. Maybe you have decided that you are going to be a gardener, or you're going to have your own little garden. And you've really studied about it. You've studied about the tomatoes and like the pepper plants and like this, like, what is it? The squash or whatever. And you've studied, because some plants don't like other plants and they have like specific situations they need to be in. Some plants can't be next to. I've learned that apparently there's like plant drama. Some need more nutrients than others. And apparently, I guess if you put them too close, they don't like each other because of the nutrients, and I think there's just some drama amongst them anyway. So anyway, apparently the garden is super cliquey. It's a super cliquey place. But I digress. So that you could have this like new love of like gardening or something, and you've learned all about it, and now you're excited. It's finally spring here, and you're gonna plant all these plants, and you know where you're gonna put everything, and you're super excited, and you're coming into this King of Wands. You're like, I am going to bear fruit or vegetables. But then you could be getting on yourself like, oh no, what if this is not going to be good enough? What if I'm going to screw up the nutrition or something? What if we're not going to get rain? But this is saying like, don't forget what you wanted to do with the plants. Don't forget how excited you were to start this project. You're going to run into road bumps every now and then. You might have like the groundhog might come. My mom was always chasing that thing away. Like, he was always eating her vegetables, and she was always running after him. Sometimes she was in her pajamas. She didn't care. Like, she was going after him. So you might have the groundhog that sets up shop on your property. But I feel like this is saying that whatever this is, I feel like it could be like a passion project as well. It could be something that you love to do or you're excited about. And I think you need to be excited about. I think that's really excellent. Okay. Here I go. Let's continue. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, and you can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. And I really feel like this is saying that don't get in your head too much, because the swords are about thoughts and communication. So you're maybe getting in your head about feeling that you're not good enough of whatever you're doing, or it's not going to work out. You're going to run into roadblocks. There's going to be bumps. The shenanigans are out there, Something's going to happen. It always does. But don't let that get you down. It's okay. Like, nobody's life is perfect. Nobody that ever existed, life was like 100% perfect all the time. I think it's not possible. There's always some kind of road bump or speed bump or pothole or whatever. And you just have to get through it. And it's going to be okay. And then you learn those lessons from dealing with that problem. You put it into your imaginary toolbox. And then by the time you get old, you're going to, like, your toolbox is going to be huge. You've learned so much. And then you're going to forget about it all because you might have dementia. But you know what I'm saying here. So you're going to have a big toolbox. You just have to put all that stuff in the toolbox. So you're going to learn. And the next time you come across that problem, hopefully it's going to be a little easier because you figured out how to get through it. So just remember, there's smooth sea. The sailors, they only get good at sailing when they come up with when they got the waves, with the storms and stuff. And with this, I feel like if you're getting nervous about transitioning into this role, into this King of Wands energy, you just have to remind yourself that, like, you have to move out of your comfort zone to really find out what you're made of. And you only learn sometimes when you move out of that. If you're always in your comfort zone, you never really grow, you never really change, you never really face challenges that can actually be really beneficial, even though they're uncomfortable sometimes, but they can actually really be beneficial to you in the future. So I think this is saying that you need to kind of continue to move out of your comfort zone, but still just remind yourself as you're doing that this is something that you really want. Because I do think that this, whatever this is, I think it's something to celebrate. I think maybe because it might be new for you, it might make you a little nervous, but I definitely think this is something to celebrate, and you just need to get out of your head. Okay, so next up, you have change. Well, you have the mummy, and that says it means change. So in the mummy's saying you got to change, So I think this is really going with this whole, like, you have changes going on. You're moving forward. So things are changing. And sometimes that's a little scary. It definitely is a little scary. But the only thing that is super constant in life is that it's never constant. It's always changing. Something's always happening. So that's the only thing that's absolutely for sure, is the fact that things change all the time. And so now you have smoky quartz, let it go, celestite, soothe your soul, and malachite, it's time to transform. So I think whatever mental thing that you're doing here of, like, maybe you're not good enough, maybe you're not able to do it, maybe you're not the best at it, whatever this is, this negative talk here, maybe it could even be something from the past that's kind of tarnishing this celebration here. It's kind of like you're remembering it. It's kind of tainting happiness you should be feeling here and excitedness is kind of like, you know, kind of like putting its residue all over your happiness. So I think this is saying that you need to let that go. Whatever that was for you, you need to let it go. Time to transform. I just really, you have so much things about change here. You're going through changes. You're going through changes, Gemini. It's just time to kind of step into the new role, because I feel like from here, he's gone from the page. Now he's the King of Wands. So like, I feel like you're stepping into a new role, and it's just time to step into that role. And then soothe your soul. I feel like this could indicate also that whatever you're doing here with this negative self-talk, because I really believe it's about either holding on to something that, some hurt from the past, you're not letting it go, or like you're kind of negatively talking to yourself. I feel like you need to soothe your soul. You need to let it go. You need to try to like be nicer to yourself, because if you're negatively self-talking, you're like being your worst critic. You got to be nicer to yourself, Geminis. So that's how I feel that's going. Okay, guys, think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball. We'll get to that in a second. But first, let us ask, what spirit of the dish shall be with you in this week? And you guys got the Ace of Sweets, which is the spirit of the chocolate bar. So we got medium, dark, white, and semi-sweet. I used to not know what the S was, and then I thought about it. I'm like, I think that means semi-sweet chocolate. So we got all the chocolates here. So there you go. Okay, so, and for those that are curious as to what dinner and a movie does the universe recommend for me, we're going to find out right now. Okay, what dinner and, oh, wait, no. Well, you know what, that technically did come out, so that said romance. Okay, let's see what this one says. What dinner and a movie for my Geminis. Okay, seafood and romance. There you guys go, seafood and romance. And then, let's see. Okay, let's see what you guys got. You got M, P, R, C, C, G, S, F, J, O, 4, 4. And then let's see what stone. Okay, actually, these 4 stuck in my hand. So you got kindness, laugh, hope, and health. Some of you might really be doing the Zumba. I say good for you. I have no rhythm whatsoever, but I say good for you. Okay, so the health, let's see where we're sticking the health. Let me do the health in a second. I got to think about the health one. So hope. Okay, so I'm putting the hope on the Page of Wands here, because I feel like he's saying to you, you just got to remember, like, go back to the basics. Remember what you were really excited about, because when you're excited about something, there's like always hope there. There's like a dream, there's hope, there's that, all that feeling. So you need to go back to that. So laugh, I definitely feel the laugh is going to go with the 3 of Cups, because I think you need to enjoy laughing. You need to have that time with your friends and family, whoever it is. Enjoy the celebration. Just celebrate. Be happy. Whatever you did, you worked hard for it. And I feel like kindness, we're going to put the kindness over to the 3 of Swords here, because I feel like you need to have some kindness for yourself. You need to, whatever you're doing mentally with this, you know, kind of down moment you're having, like, you got to be kind to yourself. And health, let's see, where am I going to put the health? You know what, I'm going to put the health on the King of Wands, because in order to be a really good leader, you need to take care of yourself. It's more than just health and everything, but like, if you're going to be, I don't want to say the role model for other people, but if you're going to be able to effectively lead a team or people or whatever this is, your Zumba class, you need to be mentally in the game, and you need to be ready and able to handle anything that comes up, because when you're in that role, if a problem happens, guess who's going to be fixing that problem? It's going to be you, Geminis. It's going to be you. So you need to be mentally in that game to do this, and you need to have confidence, and you need to believe in yourself. So we're going to put the health on the King of Wands right there. Okay, guys, time for the magic 8-ball. Think of your question. Here we go. Oh, mystical magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Gemini's question? It says yes. There you go, guys. The 8-ball has spoken. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.